Well, hello there. Well, I'm still off the road, still got a bad foot. So I've got another modification video for you. And this time, I've had got the Alpkit Tarpstar 2. So let's go and have a look what we need to do. And then we'll go and have a look at what we've done. Bye now. Okay, so let's have a look at the Tarpstar before I do the modifications. Now, it's no secret I love this little tent. It's basically a tarp in it with a zip. Yep, but going around it, what I intend to do is about this point here where I've put the X, can you see it? Attach some pegging points so I can peg out and pull it out. I'm possibly going to put them in the middle like so there as well of this. That'll need reinforcing if I do that. I've marked it out already, can you see? And there you go. Yeah, so that's going to be where I'm going to attach the pegging points, and because there's 4 layers there, I can just put a loop like you got here. Yeah, just a loop, and that's going to go there. Again, probably one across the centre there. I don't know yet about those. Another one there. So basically all 4 corners are going to have a pegging point so I can pull out and job's done. Now, I tend to use an MSR pole for the centre pole, but you know something, might be a bit too long that, so I might have to go back to a walking pole. Now, I only ever tend to use it really as a tarp, and I mean that. I don't. It's really just like easy camping. So I've got a footprint for it, and what I'm going to do along the edge, and I've ordered some material, is put some material up here like this, and turn it into a bathtub. I'm not totally happy with some parts of the Alpkit Tarpstar 2, so let's go back now, and I'll show you the modifications I've made. Now also this time I'm going to give you some tips and show you some little videos of how I've actually set about it. I can't go too far like that because it'd be about a 3-hour video, and that would be quite boring, wouldn't it? So let's go and have a look at it, all modified. So let's look at the mods I've done. Instantly you'll see that I've added some extra guide points here. Yep, and I was hoping that I could stay on that seam there for the reinforcement, which would have been strong enough, I think, but it didn't work out, so I had to weld or glue or bond some patches on the back. I'll show you how I did that in a moment when we go inside. So there's extra guide points going down. I've used this type of line lock as I prefer it for guide lines because they tend to hold really well. Yeah, there's a knack to tying those, you know. I always get it wrong. I have to go on YouTube and have a look. So yeah, so there you go. I've got them down to the other points, pegging points now, just for convenience sake. But I could do that in any configuration I wanted, even separate points if it was blowing, it was quite windy. Yeah, got one on each corner, as you can see. Another one there. Yeah. Now I was tempted to put something in the middle as well, which I may do at some stage, but I'm not sure. So let's have a look inside. Straight away you'll see the bathtub ground sheet, but I shall go through that in a moment. Let's look at the other side of those pegging points and what I had to do. So this piece here is bonded on. Yeah, and the reason I did that was to give me more stitching strength there. Majority of the stitches are on that seam, but they do drift off a bit. So I doubled up. You know, if you're going to do something, you might as well take your time and do it proper, eh? But that's strong. I'm going to show you how I do that. The first thing you do is mark up exactly where your pegging point is going to be, and I measure that up, and then you put a layer of sill net. I'll show you that in a moment, so I'll put a picture up here somewhere. Okay, that's sill net. You put a layer of that thin layer, it's not diluted, but it's thin and it's scrubbed in. Yeah, and then the patch, I made some canvas some seal nylon I had from previous stuff. I've got loads of things like this, and then I butter the other side of that on the silicone side, and then that's placed on top of there neatly, and away it goes. Now you've got to wait until that's tacky, and it takes a while. In the summer it'd be slicker. This time of year it takes ages, can take up to 3 or 4 hours for it to get tacky. That's still quite wet. Yeah. Seal net, there we go. That's the stuff there. You got to use the right stuff for the right kind of canvas. Yeah, so that's for seal net, for seal nylon. And that's how you do it. The patches with the seal net on them. So, like I said, I leave that to go off until it's quite tacky, and then it goes on. And really, that is a massively strong bond. And I've seen people with tarps, etc., who've added extra loops, and that's all you need. That's how I bond those on. Now, the bathtub ground sheet, you know, it's a lot of work and very fiddly. You see seams all over the place. It's very neat. Not bad with a sewing machine. You know, nylon, seal nylon is very difficult to sew. Probably not to a professional, but it is to me. So what I do, I tape those seams on the inside, and that does two things. It holds the material in place whilst I'm stitching, and also as the needle penetrates through, it seals it. Let me show you what I mean. Yeah, so this is that tape I was referring to. And basically what you do, you run it along the seam. It's double-sided sticky tape, and I think I got it on Amazon, and I can't remember what it's called, but I'll look back on my history and try and find out for you, and I'll put a screenshot up or whatever. So that sticks along there. Yeah, put your seam over, and then you sew through it. There's a length laid on. Say double-sided sticky tape, very sticky, but I've used it a lot now, so I'm quite happy. I'm very confident using it. But for the first time, you're going to be tying yourself in knots. So it is. All I do now is peel that off, push the seam over, do that, and at some stage, once I've got it all laid out and to the requirements, various measurements, I'll stitch it all up. Yep, so that's how I do it. Very easy. That tape you can get from a firm called, I think it's Pro Fabrics. I'll put up a link somewhere. Pro Fabrics, it's really good tape. Oh God, here comes the dog. Everywhere I go, she goes. Say hello, Ruby. Yeah, it's pegged at each corner. Inside that seam there at the corner is a cut down titanium peg, rounded off so it's not sharp or anything, and attaches to bungee cord via a line lock, and it pulls out and keeps it nice and stiff and upright, and very light as well. Now, oh, she's here now, look. That was quite a long stretch, and is a long stretch. All sides, that's 2.4 I think, and across the back it's 2 meters. So what I had to do, that kept flopping down. I just put some ribs in. Yeah. Again, held in place with the seam stuff that I've just shown you. And then inside that, I slid some cut down cable ties, double them up, so it's nice and strong and stiff, but light as anything. Yeah. Obviously I'm adding weight every time I do something like this. I don't know, Ruby, what do you think? Yeah, what do you think? But yeah, that's enough now to hold it up. So if there's any penetration of water, it's unlikely now. But at the end of the day, you know, this is just a tarp, innit? Tarpstar, that's what they call it themselves. So it's just a tarp. So you're roughing it a bit. It's not like a proper tent, is it? But there you go. That's it for now. If you like what you see, do the usual, like it and subscribe. A nice basic shelter. I think I've improved it. Pretty sure I have actually. If you're watching Alpkit, maybe some ideas for you. So it's going to be a while before I'm back on the road. To be honest, I think it's going to be next year now. Maybe well into next year. That's how it is. But I might be having a dabble at bike packing, you know. I believe I can cycle with this foot condition, so see how that goes. But for now, till the next video, I ain't got a clue what that's going to be, what it's about. But for now, bye-bye now.